Hi everyone, welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. This week I want to show you the dolls that I talked about getting last time from eBay. They needed washed and their hair done and clothes. So I want to show you what they look like now. So let's start with the one that's probably my favorite. This was Day to Night, or is Day to Night Barbie. Of course, she wasn't in her original outfit. I had gotten some outfits from Mr. Justin that I mentioned and showed these outfits, I believe, in a previous video. And so here is Day to Night Barbie in her new lovely 80s outfit. Now, of course, I don't like the bow. In this case, maybe it's okay for this outfit, but I really like the rest, and I like this color on her. And I had a really hard time getting this headpiece, for lack of a better word, on any of the other dolls. If their hair was kind of big, it didn't want to go on, and maybe because it was new, or also in the case of someone with a ponytail, it wasn't going to go on. So anyway, I think it looks pretty good on her. I think I have it on right. It looks the same as the way they had it on the one in the package. So yeah, I think it's pretty cute. I don't know if you guys think this should be a different way, this headpiece, let me know. Here's the bottom, by the way, and it's a little bunched up because I had her sitting. I'm going to have to get some more stands for some of these because I don't want to keep these outfits sitting. So that's her. Okay, let's set her over here now, or actually back in here. I've got them in a little tub on my lap. And then this is the Malibu Barbie, sensational type Barbie. And she's got a lot of flyaway going on her hair. Looks a lot better, the hair. By the way, this outfit has a little mink with it, or maybe not so little, or a fur of some sort. And it's, of course, faux fur, because Barbie and I do not approve of real fur being used. And this is, again, very 80s. I want to take that back off just to show you, and there's a hat in here somewhere too that I'm not seeing right this second. The hat didn't want to stay on, and maybe it fell off downstairs. I'm going to have to look for it, because now I don't see it. But anyway, this outfit is kind of, I like it, but the jacket doesn't want to stay, like, pulled forward enough, so then it looks kind of weird on her. And I don't know if it's just because of her body type or what, but kind of doubt it. But anyway, I thought she looked pretty good in it. It's not my favorite outfit on earth, but I like it. Got some trim on the bottom, as you see, there. And, you know, other than the front of the jacket, because to me this should be, you know, bigger, so that, and maybe cinch at the waist would be better. I remember somebody who had a top just like this in the late 80s, so yeah. So anyway, this I like, but I just don't think it fits the best. And also, some of these outfits, I will say, see, I think it would look better like that, but it won't stay like that. It keeps going back, so maybe I need to put a belt on her. But some of these outfits, I have to say, were very hard to put on. Not necessarily the first one. That second one was okay, but this one I'm going to show you was very hard to get this jacket on her. There was a piece that was loose, and her thumb kept getting caught on it, and it took me forever to get it on. Finally, I got it on. But okay, so here we have Pink and Pretty Barbie, and she is, of course, redressed in this 80s outfit, which this is one of those that had like 5-6 pieces. I love those sets. You can do so many different looks. And let me see if I can grab the box. Here it is. So here's some of the different looks, just to remind you. And this is just some of them. There might even be others. You can mix and match. But you know, this has a price tag on it for $5.96. And of course, this was back in like the mid 80s, 84 or 85. So, but just such a good deal, and so many pieces that came with this. There's a skirt under here. So for instance, I'll just go ahead and take this outer part off for now, and then she can just have this part on. Or that can also be kind of like a cape. There's a shirt under here. That's kind of like Day to Night's shirt. That's what it reminds me of. I noticed, by the way, that this has a loose snap in the back, that top, already, when I took it out of the box, so I was kind of surprised at that. She was already, you know, I washed all their hair, and in a couple cases, I also did the boil method, not hers, because it didn't need it. But she already had this yellow rubber band, so I didn't take it out yet, but I certainly would not have put a yellow rubber band on her because it doesn't look good with much. By the way, her skirt I see is unsnapped, so I have to re-snap it. But I love this outfit. I think it's quite 80s looking, as it's supposed to be. I mean, talk about shoulder pads or shoulder points. It's like, my goodness. But if you took that off, you know, you would just have her in this, and it would be okay. You know, just the skirt and top. So, I love it. Just the versatility of that. And then what I did with two of the extra pieces, which really isn't a whole outfit, but just to put this doll in an outfit, because at the time I was using just what I had with me, I put her in the two remaining pieces, which is this. And this is Beauty Secrets Barbie, of course, on a different body. I'm not sure whose body this was. It might have been the Dream Glow head that I have that wouldn't stay on there, so this one would stay, so she got it. Now, if anybody has any thoughts or tips on how to make her bangs look better, I don't honestly think they're cut. It's just, you know, they won't stay in place. I mean, it's helping a little as I do this. But, you know, maybe I'm going to do a little trimming on that too, because, anyway, she's in pretty good shape. Now, I did do the hot boil method on her hair. It looks a lot better than it did. In fact, it looks pretty damn good, I think. Now, as you can see, this is really not meant to be a top because it's way too revealing. But it works just temporarily. Like I said, I just wanted to put that on her so she'd have a top at all. Until I got some of my other cases out. So yeah, this top piece could be for they had it around the back on some of them. Let me look at that again. So like you see it here, where it's just around the waist. I thought I saw it somewhere else, maybe not. But anyway, it could also be in their hair. So lots of things you can do with this. And again, this is called Spectacular Fashions Mix and Match 6 pieces. And as you can see, it was not the only one. It's my favorite of these 4 that are pictured. I don't like the others nearly as much, but this one is my favorite of those 4. I kind of think they did another set. Maybe it was number 2, set 2. I don't know, because it seems like I remember some others. I'm almost positive of that. So again, this is Beauty Secrets Barbie in this outfit temporarily. Okay, and then I just want to remind you guys of this head that I have here that I'll be looking for a body for. Every time I find bodies, either they don't work or I end up wanting to keep the doll that's already there. So, but I also did the boil method with her hair, and it looks pretty good, as you see. They've all got some flyaways, and that drives me insane, honestly. So, you know, if it's truly a flyaway that doesn't quite fit in and it's shorter like this little piece that you probably can't see, I'll cut it off. But I didn't bring my little brush up today, or else I'd be brushing this right now so it would look better for you all. But this is this doll, by the way. Here's one that is in the, you know, the full thing. Same doll. And I love her hair in the original style with that braid right there. If anybody knows how to do that, let me just show you the bottom of this. Okay, so I am not sure how to do this, but if anybody can recommend a video, I would love to learn how to do this. I might be able to figure it out, but to go from this to this, I'm not sure how that would work. So, but I'd like to. But anyway, this is that beautiful one that I had from before, and a different auction, or a different one that I purchased off or no, I think that was off a Facebook group. And then I still have Ken here. Unfortunately, I don't have any clothes for him just yet. I need to, after this, I'm going to get some, I meant to do that beforehand, but he will get some clothes too. He doesn't have any right now. So actually what we'll do is we'll put this on him for now. And this way he can kind of like be a jungle man, you know. That will be, let me put it between his legs. Okay, now he's got something to cover up his humiliating, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so those are those dolls that I wanted to show you. I want to show you one other thing, and then I've got one last topic to talk about today. I got this at an auction, or no, at the fairground flea market one time, and I just wondered if anybody's familiar with this. It's almost like a little laptop, but it's really, it says 80 learning activities, teaches spelling, math, vocabulary, and more. I'm not sure, let me see if there's a date. I don't think so. I don't know exactly when this is from. I don't see any date on here, but it says Oregon Scientific Barbie. It's got a little handle like that, and when you open it, here's what it looks like inside. And honestly, I bought this to sell, but let me see if the power. I think it needs some new batteries because it used to come on, but now it's not coming on. But it's got all kinds of buttons in here. It says music. Games, Spanish, math, memory, word. Here's for volume. Here's for the brightness. So it's like a learning center, fun something. I don't know what to call it overall. But like I said, they just don't really say. And maybe there was another label on here that would have told me, but it's not on here now. So okay, so I just wanted to show you that because I've had it, and you know, I hope to sell it one of these days. But yeah, somebody could get some enjoyment out of it. That's why I bought it, and I haven't been able to yet. So, okay, last topic of the day that I want to touch on. So, you know, last time I talked briefly about when we pass away, what's going to happen to our collections, and I just want to say some good answers that, you know, people want charities to benefit. I think that's the best thing, or family members, of course. But moving on to another topic, I heard a comment recently, and it kind of goes along with sometimes I hear comments or commercials or videos where they're saying that Mattel has not been good about representing various races, diversity, etc. You know, that's a pet peeve of mine because I have to strongly disagree. Obviously, any company can do better, including Mattel. But to say that Mattel has not done enough as far as other races of dolls, look at my shelves above me. There is a lot of African American dolls here, and that's not the only ones I have. I have a lot of Asian dolls in here. There's been Hispanic dolls. There's American Indian, of course. Now, again, one thing that was brought up that I agree with is, especially in the Kens, I would like to see more Asian dolls, more Hispanic dolls, and even definitely more African American dolls. So obviously they can definitely do more. But when one line is canceled, for instance, in one comment it was said that Byron Lars was, you know, he had a line with Barbie and Mattel. He was designing, you know, some really nice dolls, and for some reason it was discontinued. And maybe that was said that they didn't sell well enough. I don't honestly know the answer to that about why lines are canceled. But Mattel has done line after line, like the Sew and Style dolls. And, I mean, going back to like 1980 when the first black Barbie came out, but before her there were other Barbies that were black, or dolls, I mean, that weren't necessarily Barbie. So I think they've done an excellent job, and especially now with the Fashionistas line, there's all kinds of ethnicities represented. So I really kind of almost take offense when people say that Mattel hasn't done a good job. I absolutely think they've done a good job. I just think, of course, you can always do more, and that includes Mattel. But, you know, even like this doll here that you guys see behind me, the Share a Smile Becky that's from 1996, I think this says. I mean, here they are representing a person with a disability. You know, and not too many companies did that. So I just think that, you know, I kind of do get upset when I hear that kind of stuff because it's just not the case. I think a lot of times people are saying that because they don't know. or because they're not that familiar with what all Mattel has done in the Barbie line and probably other lines that I'm not as familiar with. But, you know, I also hear sometimes when people are coming out with a new doll of their own or a new line of their own, especially an independent, small group or people, you know, on their own, they're like, oh, nobody's ever created a doll that looks like this little girl. And I'm thinking, no, that's not true. You may not know about it, but it's been there. You know, So in Style, they had actual African American women or a women, I don't know if it was one or more than one, that were designing those. And they really did work on it. At that point, I remember reading articles about it and such. The features so they were more realistic because there have been times that there was a black Barbie that just looked like a white Barbie with dark skin. Didn't look as much like, even you could say that about this doll. Let's look at this doll for a minute, which I really like. But are her features specific to an African American person? And I'd have to say probably not as much. I think it's decent. I mean, for one thing, not all African American people have the same features, just like the rest of us. But I think this is a good one. Not great, but good. Then when they came out with dolls like the Sew in Style, I thought that was such a good line. I have several of those. I would like to have more. And, you know, those were African Americans designing it, so they know what they're doing. And, you know, I hope people will, instead of just randomly saying things like that, they'll do more research first, because I think we should congratulate Mattel for what they've done for 30 years or more, really more, for diversity. They've been so good at that. So, you know, I just like to give credit where it's due. And with that, I hope you have a great week. I will look forward to talking to you guys next week, if not sooner. And always enjoy your collection. I know I do. Okay, take care. Bye.